Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so welcome everyone to today's meditation session. And so, as we already covered a few of the chakras in the past sessions, we will continue with that. And today we are going to cover about Nabhi chakra and Anahata chakra, which is the third and the fourth energy centers in our subtle system. And then we will also meditate on those energy centers with some nice music. And we'll also watch a speech from Sri Mataji about the Nabhi Chakra. So to begin with, we will watch and go through this small presentation that we have. So we're going to speak about the Nabhi Chakra. And this, as I already said, this energy center is on our subtle system as a third energy center. And it is also said as the area of peace. So this energy center is what provides peace within us. And we already know from the previous sessions that each energy center is also taking care of the organs around that energy center. So the Nabhi chakra takes care of our stomach and also our liver. And second. So what happens is like the stomach is what indicates this kind of disturbance within us. So what happens is like when you have problems with digestion, or even when you're scared or you're stressed out, you feel that tension in your stomach, right? And that's basically nothing but the Nabhi chakra, which is feeling the stress of your situation. And also this energy center gets weakened up when you think too much about money, when you think too much about food, then also it is not so good for this energy center. One of the main things that we have been also trying to explain about this is that in Sahaja Yoga, what we try to do is to find the best version of ourselves. And the best version of ourselves comes when we have discipline, when we have a clear understanding of what is right and wrong. And these things are not something that we acquire from outside, but is something that is evolved from within. And for this evolution within ourselves to be the best version of ourselves, the Nabhi Chakra plays a very significant role. And in Sanskrit, it's called as dharma, which is nothing but a process of conducting ourselves in a very dignified, righteous way. And these qualities come from the Nabhi Chakra. So we have to see that what causes our energy centers to not function the way it should be. And these happens from external things that affect it. So for the Nabhi Chakra, what causes issues are like when you think too much about the future, about the money, and you're not happy with yourself. Then you start feeling this stress on the Nabhi Chakra, and then the Nabhi Chakra is not able to function the way it should be. And also when in today's time, we are so much over obsessed about what we eat, about diet and things like that. It's always good to have a very healthy lifestyle, but then also being over obsessed about anything can also cause harm for us. So it's important that we do things in a very balanced way. And also overthinking is one of the things that affects this energy center. One of the things that also comes as a result of not having a good Nabhi Chakra is disorganized way of life, where you're not systematic, or you do not have a clear vision of what you are or what you have to do. So these things come from a Nabhi Chakra that is disturbed. And apart from that, your Nabhi Chakra also gets affected from a situation or your relation with your partner, to make sure that you have a very respectful and loving relation with your partner ensures that your Nabhi Chakra is always at peace. If you have a very hectic lifestyle, then also it can affect your Nabhi Chakra. When your Nabhi Chakra is affected, when it gets weakened, it creates a lot of issues like allergies and infections and things like that within us. So as I said, since it's taking care of your stomach, it which takes care of digestion, and then your digestion plays a role on the whole functioning of your body. So that's how, even for your day-to-day life, to have a very healthy living, you need a very healthy, good Nabhi Chakra. So now we spoke about what we shouldn't do, but then now we will see what happens when things are fine. Okay, so now you meditate, and then over time the Nabhi Chakra improves. What are the things that you see different within you? So one of the things that you see is that you are very satisfied, and a feeling of contentment grows within you. You feel that you are happy with what you have, and your goal changes from greed or acquiring towards and it moves towards generosity, where you feel more to give, and to have a very peaceful approach to anything that you do. End of the day, Nabhi Chakra represents peace within us. And when there is peace, then you also have a good focus on the right things. And because of that, whatever you do turns out good, because you're more focused and more peaceful. So overall, when your Nabhi Chakra is in good place, then you have good peace and satisfaction within you. And any kind of wrongdoings or any kind of greed is what affects this energy center. It is also called as the ocean of illusion. So what happens is your Nabhi Chakra is the third energy center, and then around it is a space of void. And this space is called as the ocean of illusion. What happens is, like, in today's time, we are so much covered with so many things to choose from, so many illusions, so many superficial ideas around us, that it's very difficult to stay in reality. And Nabi Chakra is what helps you to be in that reality and to find the peace. But then when you're not, um, then you're always disturbed. You always do not have enough. You have the feeling of not having enough. And what the void, the area does, is to give you that sense of reality and trying to keep you in absolute truth of how things are. So this is what the void does, and the void and the Navi plays a lot of significant role together in the way we are. And so what happens is like one of the things that happens when you come out of this ocean of illusion is that you become your own master. So if you try to think of it, the Nabi chakra provides you the peace and satisfaction within us. And because of that, you are not a slave of anything. You're not a slave of your own desires. You're not slave of any greed. You are content and you decide what is best for you. And this comes from being your own master. Like you are the one who guides yourself. And um, so basically, what happens is like one of the things that makes us to move towards wanting more is always external factors. Like we see something, we see somebody, and then we want to achieve that. This is what generally happens. But then, as your Nabi Chakra improves, as your void gets stronger, you are content, and you feel that you being yourself is what really keeps you happy, and you will genuinely feel happy about it. So yeah, so when your void is established, then you, as I said, you become your own master, and then it helps you to get rid of all kinds of bad habits and laziness and everything, and you start to choose what is best for you. So you know that, okay, being lazy doesn't help me, having bad habits doesn't help me, having attachments doesn't help me. You stick to what is really good for you, and this comes from the Nabi Chakra. So what affects the void? So there are many things that actually affects the void. One of the main things is to have false knowledge. So as I said earlier, that uh, we have been continuously bombarded with so much of information that we do not know what is right and wrong for us, and we tend to get carried away so easily. And then with that, it also creates ego within us. So what the void does is to give you that sense of reality, and it helps you to choose what is right or wrong for you. So whenever we follow any kind of false knowledge, or you follow any kind of wrong teachings, then this void gets affected. So there are some points mentioned here, that it is surrounding the second and the third center, as we already spoke about, and it takes care um, of you being your own master. So that is about the Navi chakra, and then now we will move to the next energy center, which is the Anahata. So now we spoke about this Nabi chakra over here, and then also this green big area around it, which is the void. And then we are moving on towards the heart chakra. So here we can see this red color symbol, which is the symbol for the heart chakra. And as we all know, heart only describes one thing, which is love. So love, not just for someone, but also for ourselves, to love ourselves and to love others in a very unconditional way is what the heart chakra or the Anahata chakra provides you with. So it is actually situated on the smallest finger on our hands, and also on our legs, it is the smallest finger, and on top of our head. So this is where this chakra is present, and you also feel the sensation. So when you meditate and when you feel, all kinds of sensations about the Kundalini rising and it nurturing your chakras, you feel the sensations on the points mentioned here, like your small fingers on the hands and toes, and also on top of your head. So speaking about the qualities of the heart chakra, as I said, we have each chakra taking care of also the organs around it. So heart, as it says, it takes care of the hearts and lungs. And also one of the things at a subtle level for us to understand is that our emotion is also something that is being generated from our heart, like how you feel about things, about people, and you start to have purity in those thoughts that is getting generated from your heart. So there is less resentment, there is less anger, and there is very genuine love and care for people. And there is also a lot of courage that gets developed from this energy center. So we can see some of the points here, like unconditional love, unconditional compassion, gracious behavior, and the desire to stand for what is the truth, to find joy in whatever we do, and to have absolute confidence in ourselves. And eventually, what you see is that as and when this energy center grows and it increases, we see that there is less insecurities within us, there is less fears within us, there is more and more courage, and there is a lot of self-belief that gets developed within us. So to put these things in a nutshell, heart chakra helps to establish the absolute self-belief and security within us. So these are some of the qualities of the left heart. Yeah, so basically each energy center has three positions: the left, right, and the center. So for the left side, it's about love, joy, truth, so all kinds of emotions. We know that the left channel is about emotions, so all kinds of emotions comes from the left heart, about genuine love, unconditional compassion, joy, and to enjoy the absolute truth. And how does it get affected? So when there is hatred, a lot of hatred, or you have an unforgiving relation with someone, or not having a good relation with your mother. And also, one of the things that we see is that when we have any kind of insecurity, when we have any kind of fear, then this energy center is immediately affected. So it's always important, like it goes hand in hand, that you improve and cleanse the energy center, and then you feel this security within you, and then you also have to ensure that you're not getting carried away again into this cycle of insecurity or fears. And then also with the right heart, you have this with the right heart, you have the sense of righteousness, the sense of being dutiful with what you do. And also when you don't have a good relation with your children, or when you don't have a good relation with your father, then this energy center gets affected. And similarly with the center heart, um, it's also like the main area of security. So whenever we are stressed out or we are tensed, you feel this heartbeat getting raised, and this you feel on the center part of your chest, right? And this is where the center heart chakra is, and this is the area of security. And when you have a very strong center heart, you feel confident about what you do, you feel confident in yourself, and you feel secure about who you are. And when you feel insecure, or when there is any kind of fear, then this energy center is affected. So these are the things that you attain when you work on your heart, where your spirit lies. So the pure spirit within you lies in the left heart. And as we spoke in the very first session, that the whole point of Sahaja Yoga meditation is to ensure that you find your true self. And this true self is in your heart. So you have to have a very strong connection with your true self to find the love and the compassion for yourself and for others. So I think for today it's been a lot of information. I hope you guys will also use this in your day-to-day life. And now it's time to listen to a small talk from Shri Mataji, where she speaks about the Nabhi Chakra, and then we can all slowly be in a very nice meditation with some good instrumental music.
Now the third center that we have, actually this is the second center, because the third center arises, this Swadhisthana arises out of the Nabhi. It's a very, very important center. It's the center of your seeking, as he has told you. Your complete priorities change. Complete priorities change. Because the joy that you get out of Sahaja Yoga, the joy you get out of this meditation, out of the feeling that flows in you all the time, like a beautiful torrential rain of joy that fills you, your life and everybody's life. You don't care for cheap type of entertainment. You feel you seek other Sahaja Yogi. You want to meet another Sahaja Yogi. You don't want to meet anybody else. If there's an actor coming or some big man is coming, all right, let him come. I am going to see such and such person. It is such a different personality that one day I'll tell you how it happens. There was a girl, a diplomat, she's a diplomat who is a realized soul, and she happened to go to Sicily. And she was eating her food, suddenly she felt there's some vibrations coming down. She looked around, the other one was also looking at her. She said, "Are you Mataji's disciple?" She said, "Yes, I am Mataji's child." They both got up and just hugged and said, "Such joy, mother, in that far-fetched place of Sicily to find a Sahaja Yogi." And then they kept together, and they wouldn't go anywhere else, but they said, "Now this is the enjoyment." Just the company of a Sahaja Yogi is such an enjoyment. I have seen these people when they go to India. The people are not so rich, poor people, they have little huts. But when they go there, you should see the love, the rapport. And that makes me so happy, the way they love each other, the way they understand each other, the way they help each other. And only the company, for the first time you start enjoying. We were once in a hotel, staying in Calcutta, and there were two Sahaja Yogis with me. They were in the other room, quite far away. They couldn't get a room close to me. And one gentleman came for his realization. He came to my feet. When he got realization, it was a tremendous happening. And they came rushing from there. I said, "What happened?" They said, "We felt the vibrations. We felt the vibrations from their mother, so we have come to receive the vibrations." And they came and they felt the vibrations. So this man was so great that his vibrations attracted them and they came down. And then they were just enjoying that, as if they were enjoying a big flower with lots of fragrance. What vibrations, what vibrations. The fellow got up, he said, "Very nice, they are enjoying my vibrations. Now I am going to enjoy your vibrations." For the first time you start enjoying your fellow men. Because everyone is a beautiful personality. A glorious, fragrant, joyful personality. But because you cannot feel the other person, And because the other person does not emit, you are all the time quarreling. Even husband, wife quarreling, father, mother quarreling, this one quarreling, that quarreling. In Sahaja Yoga, there's hardly any time for people to quarrel. The other day I had a lady who came to see me, and she was trying to put her point. And there were about 5-6 Sahaja Yogis, and everybody was putting the same point. And she was amazed. She said, I have never seen such concord, such friendship, such understanding, all of them supporting each other, nobody is cutting anyone. Such a society has to develop. It's such a nourishing, soothing, invigorating society. And you forget about getting bored. Boredom goes out of life. You never get bored. You enjoy yourself, or you enjoy the company of Sahaja Yogis, and it's a very different level that you come out. That is what, that land you have to reach within yourself. Now, the greatest thing that happens as a result of this center seeking, that you start seeking other seekers. You try to find out where is the seeker. If you hear somebody is a seeker, you go and see. If you hear about someone that some people are lost there, they were seekers but they went there lost, you all rush there. It's like a person who is like a what you call a guard. On the seashore, you know, there are guards kept for salvaging people. And that's how you become. You suddenly find somebody sinking, you just go. In Bombay, there was a case, they announced that there's a lady who is going to die. If somebody can come and help her, it will be a great thing. They all rushed there, we saved her. Now the interest changes completely and you start really helping people and not feeling that you have helped anyone. Not at all. But the surrounding portion of that, which is the void, is the best which is affected by your awakening. That you become the virtue itself. Nobody has to tell you that you be virtue. When you are awakened, you become a virtue. You enjoy your virtues. You do it. You enjoy being nice. You really enjoy it. And that enjoyment comes to you as a blessing because the virtue itself is so strengthening, so powerful, that anyone who is harmed or troubled or tortured or put down, you stand up. You are not afraid of anyone. You are not afraid of any one of them. Now about these people who have been troubling you as fake gurus, I told about them in 1970. I am just a lady. And single-handed I told them who these people are, how they are going to loot you and what they are going to do. But in this country nobody can think of one genuine person who could be really genuine. It was the problem that time. But with this awakening within you of the virtuous nature, you just know what is virtue and what is not virtue. I don't have to tell. I don't say don't do this and don't do that. I never say it. It just happens. Because when the virtue starts developing, the vibrations improve and you feel extremely joyous. We have lost our virtues because there is no joy out of it. No reward. If somebody is honest, he has to suffer. If somebody is good, he has to suffer. If somebody is kind, he thinks he has to suffer. But after getting realization, you are rewarded for your virtues.
We can keep both our hands on our lap and we can slowly close our eyes. And we'll keep our attention on our seventh energy center, which is our Sahasrara. And we'll just be in meditation, trying to find the peace within us, and just enjoy that peace. We can slowly open our eyes and we can join our hands to go to the Mother Kundalini energy which is within us. We can raise our Kundalini and give ourselves a bandhan. Thank you all for joining today, and we'll meet us again next Tuesday, where we will speak and discuss about Vishuddhi Chakra and Agya Chakra. So, see you until then, and wish you all a wonderful week.